Colorado High School Activity Association baseball's on B106 and B106.com. Pleasant good afternoon to you, wherever it is you might be. As the Fort Morgan baseball team on the road this afternoon here at Sterling High School as they get set to take on the Tigers. I'm Josh Miller as we head towards opening pitch. Today's Mustang Express brought to you by B&B Appliance, 502 Ensign, downtown Fort Morgan. Place to shop for all your appliance needs. B&B Appliance, member of the Brand Source Retail Program. Mustangs are hot as they head towards the close of the 2012 season. 5 games remaining, including today. Series next week against Erie, and then wrapping things up against Roosevelt Rough Riders. Roosevelt currently sits in third in the Tri-Valley League play. The Mustangs in second. Today's Sterling Ball Club 8-4 overall, 4-4 in Tri-Valley League play. Sit in fifth. This Mustang team on Tuesday winning 11-1 in 5 innings against the Sterling Tigers. Fort Morgan 11-3 overall, 7-2 in Tri-Valley League play. That's good for second right now as we set with 5 left to play and head down towards the playoffs. Mustangs likely in if they play baseball the way they have first part of this season. Things will look well for them as they head into the postseason. Today's starting lineup brought to you by Cargill Meat Solutions. Cargill takes as much pride in the community just as they do in the products they provide to their consumers, part of the KSIR P106 scholarship program. As the home team Sterling Tigers take the field defensively for Sterling, Luke Engelhoff will be out in left field, Reed Wolfley in center, Larry Poncetta out in right, Lucas Lindgren at third, Braden Gwenzi at short, Brendan Diaz at second, Jacob Thiessen at first. Josiah Lindstadt will be on the mound and pitching with Wyatt Nelson behind the plate. For the Mustangs here on the road this afternoon, leading things off, David Mendez out in left field. Matt Goda will be batting second and on the mound pitching. Aaron Anderson will bat third and play third. Cole Frisbee cleaning things up, playing first base. Michael Fitzsimmons batting fifth in the lineup, playing shortstop. Nick Garver out in center field, batting sixth. Nate Alexander, seventh in the lineup, playing right field. Ulysses Hernandez will be at second base, batting eighth, and Justin Flug will close things out, batting ninth, and will be working behind the plate this afternoon here for the Mustangs. Coach Langford, when we talked to him, he's asked his ball club string 2 wins together. They found a way to put together 5, sweeping a Frederick Ball Club, sweeping the Skyline Ball Club, and picking up a big win Tuesday against the Sterling Tigers, as they look to wrap this series up here this afternoon with the win. Drive up didn't look too bad, but as we sit here now and warm things up and get ready to get this baseball game under the way, rain in the forecast. We can avoid it. That would obviously be nice for all of us sitting out here. Pretty big crowd out here as all 3 Morgan baseball teams here playing this afternoon, the JV team, freshman team, and varsity all in action. As the clouds come in, wind will pick up. Temperatures have cooled, and it'll be interesting to see if we're able to get all 7 innings of baseball in here this afternoon as the left-hander for the Tigers, Josiah Lindstadt, warms up on the mound and finishes up his warm-up pitches before David Mendez steps in for his first at-bat here this afternoon. Today's opening pitch is brought to you by Ingmeyer Phillips Insurance. Ingmeyer Phillips Insurance, locally in Fort Morgan and Brush, offers home, health, auto, farm, business, and workers' compensation insurance. Coach Langford, head coach. Josh Langford for the Mustangs. Steve Hale, assistant coach, down the first base line in the first base coaching box. David Mendez, leadoff hitter here for the Mustangs. You can follow us pitch by pitch all season long as you listen to us. B106.com. Click on the appropriate Mustang baseball link wherever it is you have internet. Follow us pitch by pitch all season long as we enter things electronically with the ESPN iScore baseball application. David Mendez, the leadoff hitter for the Mustangs, entering today's ball game, batting at .378. Also leads the Mustangs pitching staff with a record of 6-1. We saw him on Tuesday. Very in control as of late is Mendez on the mound. He'll be out in left field this afternoon. Steps in as the umpire gets ready to say play ball. Mendez 378, ready to start things off here for the Mustangs this afternoon on the road. Sterling High School. As Mendez steps in, umpire says play ball, and we're going to get underway. It's the left-hander Lingstad working from the stretch. No runners on base, and his first pitch on its way. A fastball right at the knees. Strike one to Mendez. On deck, Matt Godo. Due up third this inning, Aaron Anderson. Anderson, left-handed bat in the lineup, as is Frisbee. They may have a little bit of problems here with the left-handed arm of Lindstadt. Mendez swings at the 0-1 pitch. A breaking ball comes up empty. Is quickly behind. No balls, 2 strikes. Leadoff hitter for Morgan in a quick hole. No balls, 2 strikes. Lindstadt looks in, has the sign, and his 0-2 pitch on its way. Fastball up at the letters, taken for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count on David Mendez, the Mustangs' leadoff hitter. As this baseball game just underway. Fort Morgan on the road this afternoon. Mendez 1-2 pitch swinging. Curveball's in the dirt, thrown on to first by the catcher Nelson. Dropped third strike, but nonetheless, Tigers get the out. It'll be the first out this inning. On the drop third strike, Nelson to Thiessen at first for the putout, and that'll bring up Matt Godo. Matt Godo for the Mustangs. Another one of their hot hitters. He enters today's ball game, batting .425. As he looks down, gets a quick sign from Coach Langford. Now in, takes big cut. At the first pitch, fastball comes up empty, though. Pulled off that pitch just a little bit. As Godo back in the box here, set to receive the 0-1 pitch from Josiah Lindstad, the left-handed arm for the Sterling Tigers. The 0-1 pitch, breaking ball, hit hard. Left side over the third baseman's head. It'll be a base hit for Godo. Mustangs' first hit here this afternoon as Matt's on base with the single. Godo also the starting pitcher here, looking to get this Mustangs team going early. We've seen this season, Godo's been very successful on the mound, but sometimes a bit wild and stresses his coach and team out a little bit with some walks and things and giving the opponents a little extra opportunities. But the courtesy runner Baccaro in down the line at first for the pitcher Godo gets the single. Start things off for the Mustangs in this baseball game as Aaron Anderson, the left-handed bat, steps in. Anderson's been hot as of late. Had a big, huge grand slam. First pitch swinging, drives the baseball. It's a shot off the fence down the right field line. He's headed to second. Baccaro into and around third. Langford sending him. He's on his way to home. He'll score. First to home goes Baccaro, the courtesy runner, as Anderson's in with the stand-up double, and the Mustangs in business early and lead the Sterling Tigers 1-0. About as fast as I could say it. Anderson's been super hot as of late. He had a grand slam in that game against Skyline. He hit 4 or 5 baseballs in the last week and a half, about as hard as you can hit him. This one, just an absolute laser beam off the right field fence. As the Mustangs in business here with the 1-0 lead. See T.O. Charlie's for great used car trucks today. If you don't see what you want on the lot, they'll find it for you. 700 West Platte Avenue in Fort Morgan. See T.O. Charlie's. Anderson out at second base with the RBI double. As Cole Frisbee steps in. Left-handed bat against the left-handed arm, Lindstadt. He takes ball 1. Anderson a pretty aggressive lead out there at second base. Wednesday and Diaz up the middle, working Anderson to keep him close, but not too much as to leave the entire infield open with the gaps as Frisbee takes the second pitch for a ball. Frisbee's quickly behind 2-0. Top of the first inning, Mustangs in business, one already across on the RBI double by Aaron Anderson as Frisbee sets to receive the 2-0 pitch. Instead, a quick step-off move to keep Anderson close. Nothing doing there as Livingston now comes, sets, delivers. 2-0 pitch, hit left side. Ball got in on the hands of Frisbee as he fought it off. Third baseman Lucas Lindgren giving it chase, but it hits the top of the Mustang dugout down the third base line. It'll be a foul ball. Count moves 2 balls, 1 strike on Cole Frisbee. 1 out in this first inning. Mustangs with 1 across. Aaron Anderson out at second base as Cole Frisbee sets to receive the 2-1 pitch. Fastball outside part of the plate taken by Frisbee, and the count's evened up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 316 down the right field line. 354 in right center. 365 straight away. Similar dimensions as Eddie Underwood Field. And a quick timeout here by the catcher is Aaron Anderson relaying the signs from second to his hitter Frisbee. The catcher goes out to change things up. Good decision there by Wyatt Nelson. Frisbee has the 2-2 count. 1 out, top of the first inning. Mustangs lead 1-0. Frisbee on the season, statistically speaking, coming into today's ballgame, batting .368. As the 2-2 pitch on its way. Fastball down and outside, ball 3. The count's now full on Cole Frisbee. Base empty down the first base line with Michael Fitzsimmons on deck. Almost didn't recognize Fitzsimmons. He's got a haircut since we saw him last. As the pitcher Lindstedt steps off quickly, keeping Anderson close. No throw. Anderson back easily. Full count on Cole Frisbee, cleanup hitter for the Mustangs. Mustangs first baseman. As the 3-2 pitch on its way from the left-hander Lindstedt. Swung on and missed by Frisbee. A fastball up in the zone. Frisbee took a big cut. Came up empty. It'll be the second out this inning for the Mustangs. Both outs coming on strikeouts. Lindstedt striking out leadoff hitter Mendez. Goto got on with the single. Anderson drove in the courtesy runner Becerra on the double as Frisbee strikes out. 2 outs. Fitzsimmons steps in, takes the breaking ball. Strike 1. Fitzsimmons, the Mustang shortstop's been there all year. Batting .359 entering today's ball game. As the left-hander delivers the 0-1 pitch, again a breaking ball inside part of the plate, taken by Fitzsimmons, and Michael's quickly behind. No balls, 2 strikes. 0-2 the count, 2 outs, top of the first inning. Mustangs lead the Tigers 1-0. The RBI double by Aaron Anderson. He's out at second base. Being kept close by the middle infielders, Gwenzi. And Diaz, the 0-2 pitch, laced up, straight back up the box to center field. Anderson's going to score easily from second. That's not where Lindstedt wanted to put that 0-2 fastball as Fitzsimmons hammered it right back up the middle. With 2 outs and the extended lead by Anderson, he scores easily, and the Mustangs now lead on that RBI single by Fitzsimmons 2-0. Ackley Building Center is your one-stop center for projects around your home, office, or yard. Ackley Building Center, located 1402 Mill Street in Brush. 2 outs, top of the first inning. Mustangs lead 2-0 as Nick Garver steps in, the 6th hitter in the lineup for Fort Morgan. And he takes the first pitch in the dirt, a fastball. Ball 1. Catcher Wyatt Nelson doing a good job to block that baseball, keeping it in front, not allowing the runner Fitzsimmons to move. Coach Josh Langford down the third base line, runs through a series of signs with his base runner and batter in Garver. 1-0 pitch here from Lindstedt. Instead a throw over. Fitzsimmons back easily on the pickoff attempt. Not much of a lead down the line at first in Fitzsimmons with that left-hander on the mound, a little shorter lead. Long look over by Lindstedt and now a step off, as he's not comfortable with Fitzsimmons, where Fitzsimmons is at with his lead. Garver coming into today's baseball game, .341 average. The 1-0 count, pitch on its way. Again, a fastball in the dirt, almost the exact same spot. Nelson doing well to get to his knees again and keeping that baseball in front. 2 balls, no strikes. Now the count on Nick Garver. Fitzsimmons off the bag at first, making Lindstedt think about him. Lindstedt's worked from the stretch this entire ballgame. We have not seen him in the windup. 2-0 pitch, a slider, misses high, ball 3. Mustangs in business in this first inning. 2 runs already across on the RBI double by Anderson and the RBI single by Fitzsimmons. Lead Sterling 2-0 as Garver takes ball 4. Bring up the 7th hitter in the lineup, Nate Alexander. Alexander here with runner in scoring position in Fitzsimmons. Down the line at first. Mustang center fielder Garver. As the first baseman, Jacob Thiessen, calls timeout, wants to talk to his pitcher. Sterling a little bit confused in this first inning as the Mustangs have had a variety of base runners. Catcher Nelson's already been out to talk to the pitcher. Now the first baseman is Thiessen. Thiessen is playing behind Garver down the line at first. Fitzsimmons kept close by the shortstop, Braden Guenzi. Is pitch on its way to Nate Alexander, a fastball. Misses high, ball one. That's 5 straight balls here for Josiah Lindstad. He's already thrown 21 pitches this inning, and he's getting to the point where he's working hard. Find that strike zone as the 1-0 pitch misses again down and outside, ball 2. Mustangs with Ulysses Hernandez on deck if we get there. Justin Flug in the hole. As the count on Nate Alexander's 2 balls, no strikes. Pitch on its way from the left-hander. Swung on, hit high down the right field line. Second baseman, first baseman, and right fielder giving a chase. The right fielder calls off. Everybody makes the catch. That'll do it for the Mustangs in the first inning. But not before Morgan scores 2 and leads Sterling 2-0. We'll take a quick break. Mustangs baseball, B106, B106.com. Josh Miller back here at Sterling High School, where the Fort Morgan baseball team on the road this afternoon, scoring 2 runs early in this baseball game, and lead the Sterling Tigers 2-0. Goto enters today's ballgame on the mound with a 4.56 ERA. In 9 games worked, he has a record of 3-0. We've seen him in relief appearances as well as on the mound as a starter as we get some raindrops here. Rain in the area. It'll be interesting to see if it rains hard enough to put this thing on hold or if we're going to be able to get through a complete baseball game, as Mustangs scored 2 runs in that first inning. And they lead Sterling 2-0 as we head to the bottom of the first. 2 up for the Tigers. Larry Poncetta leads things off. Reed Wolfley on deck, and Lucas Lindgren due up third. Offensively for the Mustangs, David Mendez out in left field, Nick Garver in center, Nate Alexander in right, Aaron Anderson at third, Cole Frisbee at first, Fitzsimmons at short, Ulysses Hernandez at second base. Justin Flug working behind the plate, and Matt Goto delivers his first pitch, a ball, to the leadoff hitter, Larry Poncetta. 1-0 pitch gets away from Flug to the backstop. That'll be ball 2. 2-0 the count on the leadoff hitter, Larry Poncetta. As Goto works from the windup, his 2-0 pitch, swung on and missed, strike 1. Poncetta in that game on Tuesday did not have a hit. Grounded out twice to the right side and second baseman. As he steps back in, Goto winds up, delivers the 2-1 pitch. A fastball misses outside, ball 3. Long look in here, Goto. As he delivers ball 4, it'll be a leadoff walk. As Reed Wolfley steps in. Wolfley reached on an air, blew out deep left center field. In the game on Tuesday, Goto now have to work from the stretch. Buildings by Design, the most important thing to buying a new building or starting a new design build project is picking the right company to build it. Call Pat Walter, Travis Lefebvre, or Jared Samples for your free bid, 970-842-5837, buildingsbydesign.com. Throw over by Goto, but nothing doing as he delivers a fastball for a strike to Reed Wolfley. Wolfley taking all the way. Count moves, no balls, 1 strike on Wolfley. Again, a throw over to first. Nothing doing as Poncetta is back easily. Goto delivers, 0-1 pitch, breaks the ball in the dirt, gets away from Flug. That'll allow Poncetta to move up 90 feet on that pass ball. Wild pitch. Tigers in business here with runner out at scoring position in second base. 1-1 is the count on the hitter, Reed Wolfley. As Flug puts down the sign, Goto comes set, Check of the runner being jockeyed with by Fitzsimmons is short. Godo decides he wants to step off and regroup. Now comes set. 1-1 pitch on its way. Taken, breaking ball for a strike. Godo's now ahead. 1 ball, 2 strikes on the second hitter in the lineup for the Tigers, Reed Wolfley. Wolfley reaching on the ground ball there left side in the game on Tuesday. As he receives the 1-2 pitch. Fastball just misses outside. Ball 2. The count's now evened up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Runner out at second base, being held closely by the Mustangs shortstop, Michael Fitzsimmons. Mustangs all season long have run pickoff plays, been very successful in doing so as the 2-2 pitch is hit off the cap of the bat and off the facing of the first base dugout as Wolfley stays alive. 2-2 pitch by Godo. Fastball, swung on and missed, strike 3. That'll be the first out this inning. Godo reaching back for a little extra there on that fastball. He picks up the first out with that strikeout, and that's going to bring up the number 3 hitter in the lineup, Lucas Lindgren. Lindgren playing down the line at third base this afternoon for the Tigers. One of the tallest players here on the field this afternoon as he steps in. Godo delivers the first pitch, misses outside, ball 1. Runner out at second base for the Tigers, reached on the walk. Advanced on a pass ball as the 1-0 pitch misses down and low outside, ball 2. 2-0 the count on Lucas Lindgren. Godo gets the sign here from Fluke. Fitzsimmons backs away as 2-0 pitch, a breaking ball taken at the knees for a strike. Counts now 2-1 on Lucas Lindgren. Lindgren had a hit in that baseball game on Tuesday out to left center field. As Godo sets, delivers 2-1 pitch. Fastball outside part of the plate taken for a strike as the count evens up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bottom of the first inning, 1 out. Mustangs lead the Tigers 2-0. Jumping ahead early in their first part of the lineup as the 2-2 pitch misses, ball 3. Count's now full. Mustangs jumping ahead early, scoring 2 in the top half of the first inning. Sterling looking to answer, but with 1 out in the bottom half of this first inning as Godo comes set. Count is full, payoff pitch. Fastball just misses down and outside, ball 4. The second base runner here for the Tigers as Coach Langford wants to talk about it with his pitcher. We'll take a quick break. Mustangs 2, Tigers nothing. You listen to Fort Morgan Baseball, B106, B106.com. Coach Josh Langford, Fort Morgan head baseball coach, wants to talk things over with his pitcher. Sterling has base runners at first and second base. 1 out in this bottom half of the first inning as Wyatt Nelson, the cleanup hitter, steps in. As Godo gets the sign from Flug, Nelson was 1 for 2 in that game on Tuesday with a single, and he swings wildly at the breaking ball. Strike 1. Good breaking ball by Matt Godo. Fooled was Nelson as he swung wildly just to try to make contact, comes up empty. As Godo comes set, the 0-1 pitch. Fastball, fisted right side. It's going to be fielded by Hernandez. His only options to throw to first. Hernandez gets the batter Nelson. Base runners Poncetta and Lindgren move up 90 feet with 2 outs. In the bottom of the first inning. Runners now at second and third for Sterling. 2 outs, bottom of the first. Mustangs lead 2-0 as Luke Engelhoff steps in. Engelhoff had a hit in that baseball game on Tuesday as well out to left field. He takes the first pitch, a fastball on the outside part of the plate for a strike. 0-1 now the count. On the fifth hitter in the lineup for the Tigers, Luke Engelhop. As Godo winds up, delivers the 1-0 fastball right at the knee. Strike two. Godo's quickly ahead. No balls, 2 strikes. Mustangs defense playing straightaway, regular depth with 2 outs. Runners at second and third. As the 0-2 pitch is belted left center field. Mendez isn't going to be able to get to it as it hits the wall. 2 runs are going to score, and it's going to be a double for Luke Engelhop. That 0-2 pitch just way too good. As the ball's hit out to left center field for the 2 RBI double, and this baseball game's tied. As the Tigers answer. Engelhop's got all of that baseball. That 0-2 breaking ball just didn't break out of the zone as as Godo was expecting it to. Hung up over the good heart of the plate as Engelhop does what you're supposed to do with 2 outs, puts the baseball in play. Jacob Thiessen steps in, takes strike 1. Baseball game's now tied in the bottom of the first inning. 2 outs. 2-2 is our score. The 0-1 pitch on its way from Godo. A fastball outside. Runner going, steals third easily as the Mustangs get caught sleeping. A throw just a little bit late by Flug. Large lead by the runner Engelhop down the line now at third base. Tigers with a base runner 90 feet away. As the fastball swung on and missed, strike 2 by Jacob Thiessen. 1-2 now the count on the 6th hitter in the lineup for the Tigers as Matt Godo winds up, delivers fastball, fouled off right side out of play. Morgan Federal Bank, your one-stop shop for all your banking and investment needs, from checking to savings to IRAs, 321 Ensign Street. Morgan Federal Bank, there is a difference. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. 1-2 pitch, fastball, just misses outside. Count evens up, 2 balls, 2 strikes on Jacob Thiessen. Thiessen had a single out to right field on Tuesday. As he swings and hits the fly ball shallow right center field. Ulysses Hernandez going out on the baseball. Nate Alexander calls him off, makes the catch. That'll do it for the Tigers in the first, but not before they answer and score 2. Fort Morgan 2, Sterling 2. As we head to the top of the second, you're listening to Mustangs Baseball, B106, B106.com. Josh Miller back at Sterling High School, where the Fort Morgan Mustangs on the road this Thursday afternoon knotted up after 1 in the books. Morgan scoring 2 in the top half of the first. Sterling answering, tying things up. As we head to the top of the second inning, Ulysses Hernandez will lead things off, followed by the 9th batter in the lineup, Justin Flug, and then back to the top of the lineup for the Mustangs with their leadoff hitter, David Mendez, due up third. Sterling's base runners reaching on a walk, advancing up 90 feet on a pass ball. Mustangs had an out in the books. That 0-2 pitch, just too good of a pitch by Godo as that ball was hammered out in the left center field, and the Sterling Tigers tied things up here at 2. Ulysses Hernandez steps in, the Mustangs' second baseman. Hernandez entering today's ball game, batting .259. 8th hitter in the lineup for the Mustangs. As he gets some quick sign from the Mustangs coach down the line. Ulysses didn't have a hit on that in that game on Tuesday. Closed things out for the Mustangs on the pitching mound after playing the first 4 innings at second base. He takes ball 1 as Josiah Linkstadt begins his second inning of work. He's worked from the stretch all day long. Runners on with no runners on as the 1-0 pitch, a breaking ball, inside part of the plate under Ulysses' hands. Ulysses swinging, comes up empty, and the count's now evened up. 1 ball, 1 strike. Linkstad working quickly, delivers the 1-1 pitch. Change-up, swung on and missed by Hernandez as the count's now quickly 1 ball, 2 strikes on the 8th hitter in the lineup for Fort Morgan. Fort Morgan, after today's baseball game, has 4 left to play, a series against Erie. Next week with games on Tuesday and Thursday, we'll have both of those for you, 4 p.m. starting times. And then wrap things up, starting their series Saturday against Roosevelt. As Ulysses Hernandez swings and misses at the 1-2 breaking ball, strike 3. And then wrap their season up first day of May, I think it's Tuesday, against Roosevelt as before they head to districts and playoffs, May 12th. Justin Flug steps in. 2-2 is our score. Top of the second inning, 1 out. As Justin Flug takes the fastball for a strike. Flug back into the box quickly. Lingstad gets the sign from Wyatt Nelson, the Sterling catcher. 0-1 pitch on its way. Fastball in the dirt. Blocked well by Nelson. Counts evened up. 1 ball, 1 strike. Sterling Tigers outfield playing straight away. Regular depth. Infield's deep. The exception of the third baseman in on the grass as Justin Flug swings and misses at that breaking ball. Nowhere close. Good breaking ball by the left-handed pitcher. Lingstad for the Tigers. As Flug got fooled on that pitch and is now behind 1 ball, 2 strikes. As Lingstad takes a long look in. As his 1-2 pitch swung on and missed. The breaking ball, strike 3. Be 2 quick outs this inning for the Mustangs, both coming on strikeouts as Lingstad settled in here after that first inning. Collects the first 2 outs. On his own as David Mendez steps in. Mendez struck out in his first at-bat. As he steps in with 2 outs, top of the second inning, things all square, 2-2. Mendez takes the breaking ball, ball 1. With Matt Godo on deck if we get there. Godo, the Mustangs pitcher, had a single in his first at-bat as Mendez takes second pitch in the dirt, ball 2. Mendez quickly ahead, 2 balls, no strikes. Central Auto Parts, for all your auto supply needs, stop by Central Auto Parts, West Platte Avenue in Fort Morgan today. 2-0 pitch, Mendez, fastball misses well high. Counts now 3-0 to Mendez. Anticipate here with 2 outs, nobody on. He'll be taking all the way. As the left-hander Lingstad sets, 3-0 pitch on its way. Fastball, ball 4. As we talked about it a little bit on Tuesday, Braden and I have all year, you get 2 quick outs. It's always hard for a pitcher to get to thirds. As Mendez is on with the walk. Godo steps in. He had that single in the first inning. As Coach Langford in the third base box runs through a series of signs and gets the attention of the base runner David Mendez at first and making him aware of the left-handed pitcher's pickoff move. As Lingstad sets, delivers to Godo. Breaking ball, misses high, ball 1. Mendez shortens his lead slightly at first base as counts now 1 ball, no strikes on Matt Godo, the second hitter in the lineup for the Mustangs. Godo with a single back in the first. Courtesy runner Becerra ran for Godo and was the first run across as Godo takes a big cut, comes up empty. Count evens up, 1 ball, 1 strike. Coach Langford again running through a series of signs in the third base coaching box. Assistant coach Steve Hale down the line at first. Mendez off the bag, held on by the first baseman Thiessen. As Lingstad delivers, 1-1 pitch, misses high and outside, ball 2. Long look over at Mendez there, that fastball getting away from the pitcher, Josiah Lingstad. That sails high and outside, and the count's now 2 balls, 1 strike on Matt Godo. Mendez off the bag at first. Long look by Lingstad and step off and an arm fake to keep Mendez close. No throw. Left-hander has shown a couple moves here early in this baseball game. A 2-1 pitch on its way. Hit back up the middle by Godo. It'll be Godo's second single. Mendez, big turn. Gets by the center fielder. Godo's going to score. Godo's up to second. Mendez around third. He's going to score on the air by the center fielder. It'll go in the books as a single for Godo. And Mendez and Godo both advancing on the air as the Mustangs score another one here in the second inning. And lead now 3-2 against the Sterling Tigers as Aaron Anderson steps in for the Mustangs. Don't know if the grass is wet enough to create too many problems. The center fielder looked like he had the baseball cleanly and bobbled it as it got by him. That air coming on the center fielder allows everybody to move up. Godo now replaced by the courtesy runner, Sergio Becerra. Becerra scored in that first inning. Running for Godo as well as Aaron Anderson put on base. Cole Frisbee's first pitch swinging. It grounds out to the shortstop, and that'll do it for the Mustangs in the second, but not before they score a run and lead the Sterling Tigers 3-2. You're listening to Mustangs Baseball, B106, B106.com. Josh Miller back with Fort Morgan Baseball, where the Mustangs on the road this afternoon. Sterling High School lead the Tigers 3-2. After Godo's single and after Matt advanced the second on the air, Tigers intentionally walking Aaron Anderson, bringing up Cole Frisbee. Frisbee first pitch swinging. Hitting the ground ball to shortstop as they flipped it easily on to second to force out Anderson to wrap things up in the top half of the second. As we now head to the bottom half of the second inning, Matt Godo begins his second inning of work as Braden Gwenzi steps in. Godo winds up, delivers a breaking ball taken for a strike. Godo, as he gets the sign from Fluke, this will be his 30th pitch, as it's again a breaking ball, hit right side, foul ball out of play. Godo's quickly ahead here, no balls, 2 strikes on the 7th hitter in the lineup for the Tigers, Braden Gwenzi. Gwenzi reached on an error in the baseball game on Tuesday, but was hitless. As Godo looks and gets the sign, winds up, delivers the 0-2 pitch. Fastball up at the letter, swung on and missed, strike 3. Much better 0-2 pitch by Godo. That 0-2 pitch in the first inning getting away from him and ended up being a double in the gap. Much better job there by Godo. Good adjustment made as that brings up the 8th hitter in the lineup, Brendan Diaz. Brendan also hitless in the game on Tuesday, and he takes the fastball right at the knees for a strike. Matt Godo settling in here in his second inning of work. Gets the first quick out. And quickly ahead 0-1 on Brandon Diaz. The fastball misses inside, ball 1. Counts now 1-1. Aaron Anderson even with the bag down the line at third base. Up the middle, Fitzsimmons, Hernandez, regular depth. Frisbee playing back as the 1-1 pitch hit deep center field. Garber on the run, makes the catch. He lays out for it. He comes up with it in his glove. Garber turned and burned there as that ball was hit. The wind's blowing straight away. Home plate out to center field. Godo kind of crossing his fingers there for a minute, but Garber got a good jump on the baseball. Came up with it as he did his best gymnastics impression in the outfield with some somersaults. Comes up with the baseball, throws it in. There's 2 outs in this inning. As Godo quickly works and throws the curveball for a strike. To Ty Lucero, the 9th hitter in the lineup for the Tigers. 0-1 pitch, again a breaking ball, misses down and inside, ball 1, count evens up, 1 ball, 1 strike. Premier Farm Credit, committing to serving those in production ag. Premier Farm Credit, the gold standard in ag lending. 1-1 pitch by Godo, a fastball down at the knees, just misses, ball 2. Lucero hitless in Tuesday's baseball game. 9th hitter in the lineup for the Tigers. He takes the 2-1 pitch, almost the exact same spot, this time called for a strike. As the count evens up, 2 balls, 2 strikes. As Godo has the sign from Flew, winds up, delivers the 2-2 pitch, breaking ball, hit weakly into the grass at third. Anderson's not able to come away with it cleanly. Runner's not running. He's acting as though the baseball hit him. It did not, as everybody in the ballpark's waiting for an explanation. The hitter acting as though it's hit his foot. No foul ball called by the base umpire and/or the home plate umpire. Anderson didn't field the baseball cleanly, threw it on. Now umpires are going to say it's a foul ball, as Coach Langford wants a little bit better explanation. A little bit of confusion here by the umpires and both coaching staffs. Baseball hit right in what looked to be right in front of home plate. Took a huge hop as Anderson tried to field it in the air. Short hopped him, hit his glove. And with that said, hitter was still dancing around home plate. Mustangs threw on to first base. It was an out, but umpires changing their mind here and saying now a foul ball. As things get reset, Mustangs back to their positions. They were all the way off the baseball field. As Scoto now sets, teams lined up and back ready to go. 2-2 pitch. Barely fought off, right side and foul. As Lucero stays alive. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the second inning, Fort Morgan 3, Sterling 2. As Scoto winds up, tries a third time. Fastball misses high and outside, ball 3. Counts now full on Ty Lucero. Interesting change of events here as what looked to be the inning over turned into a chance for Scoto to collect a strikeout. 3-2 breaking ball. It's taken the strikeout, looking for Lucero to be the third out this inning. As the Mustangs head back to the dugout, we head to the top of the third. Fort Morgan 3, Sterling 2, Mustangs baseball, B106, B106.com. Josh Miller back at Sterling High School, where the Fort Morgan Mustangs lead the Sterling Tigers 3-2 as we head to the top of the third inning. Bottom half of the second, a little interesting, as everybody in the ballpark thought the ball was in play, with the exception of the hitter dancing around home plate. Base umpire in that situation is supposed to overrule the home plate umpire as it happens. Instead, nothing was called. The play continued. Anderson threw to first for the out. Umpire called him out down the base path. And then as the Mustangs were all the way back in the dugout, the umpires changed their mind, reversed the call. Mustangs had to take the field again. Scoto threw 3 more pitches to collect the strikeouts, and nobody's hurt. As we head to the top of the third inning with the score of 3-2. Michael Fitzsimmons steps in. Fitzsimmons, the 5th hitter in the lineup for the Mustangs, had a single in his first at-bat, picking up an RBI. The left-hander Lindstad begins his third inning of work. Breaking ball taken at the belt by Fitzsimmons, strike 1. Lindstad's worked from the stretch all afternoon, whether runners are on or not, as he sets to deliver the 0-1 pitch. Hit sharply left side, backhanded by the shortstop, thrown on to first just in time as the first baseman picks it out of the dirt. Fitzsimmons barreling down the line at first, almost beat that baseball out. Be the first out this inning on the ground out. That'll bring up Nick Garver, the Mustang center fielder. Garver with a great catch in that last half inning, full speed, caught that ball on the run, couldn't stop himself. And he did a couple somersaults out there in center field before he threw the baseball back in. He steps in with the walk this afternoon. 3-2 our score, top of the third inning, 1 out. Mustangs on the road here at Sterling High School. As Garver fouls the first pitch off. With conference realignment coming up here in the near future. Sterling moving to 3A, Mustangs changing conferences from the Tri-Valley League. Maybe the last time these two baseball teams meet for at least a year. Scheduling conflicts may not allow them to play next year. As the 0-1 pitch here to Garver. Slider misses just up and high, ball 1. As the count evens up, 1 ball, 1 strike. Garver, a quick check of Coach Josh Langford down the third baseline. 1-1 pitch as Lindstad sets, delivers, curveball, swung on and missed, strike 2. Big breaking ball. The count moves now 1 ball, 2 strikes on Nick Garver. With 1 out in this third inning. Mustangs lead 3-2. As the 1-2 pitch, curveball outside part of the plate. Garver takes strike 3. Left-hander has a big breaking ball. Nate Alexander steps in. Nate Alexander steps in with 2 outs in this 3rd inning. Alexander flew out to right field, shallow right field, and his first at-bat is Lingstad, the left-hander, delivers fastball high and outside, ball 1. Colorado Plains Medical Center, transforming lives each day. Colorado Plains Medical Center is where people choose to go for health care. 1-0 pitch by the left-hander, breaking ball, down and low, outside, ball 2. 2-0 the count to Nate Alexander. Coach Langford down the third base line, giving the universal take sign here as I expect Alexander to take this pitch, and does. It's a fastball inside part of the plate, strike 1. Not a good pitch to hit anyway, as counts now 2 balls, 1 strike on Nate Alexander. Mustang's looking for base runners here in this 3rd inning. As the 2-1 pitch on its way to Alexander, a curveball misses high and outside, ball 3. Alexander well ahead here. Good hitters count. 3 balls, 1 strike. 1 spot, 1 speed. As Alexander awaits. Pitch on its way. Fastball just outside. Taken for a strike. Counts now full on Alexander. Not the pitch he was looking for, nor the location. Counts now full on Nate. Instead, comes to the set quickly. Delivers. Full count pitch. Hit left side. Couple hops. Third baseman can't come up with it cleanly. Alexander's going to be on the air. Couple big hops there left side. Lindgren not able to come away with the baseball cleanly. Actually wasn't even clear as to where the baseball went. The shortstop actually had to pick it up, make the throw, but not in time. Nate Alexander reaches on the air. Mustangs have the base runner as Ulysses Hernandez steps in. Ulysses in his first at-bat struck out. Nate Alexander off the bag, down the line at first base, held on by Jacob Thiessen. Left-hander delivers, fastball in the dirt, blocked well by Nelson. Keeps Alexander at first base. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Ulysses Hernandez. Lingstad sets, long look over at the runner at first, and Alexander now delivers, misses wildly. Breaking ball got away from him. It's now 2 balls, no strike on Ulysses Hernandez. Hernandez ahead in the count. Hitter getting behind with 2 strikes. 4 balls or 2 balls before 2 strikes. Much better advantage being ahead in the count as a hitter as opposed to behind. Numbers, almost a 40% difference between behind counts and ahead counts. Quick throw over here by Lingstad, and now the 2-0 pitch. Fastball high and inside. Taken for the ball, ball 3. 3-0 the count on Ulysses Hernandez. Follow us all season long, B106.com. Wherever it is you have internet, click on the appropriate Mustang baseball link. As Hernandez takes the 3-0 pitch all the way, strike 1. 3-1 now the count. Still a good count to hit here for Hernandez. That was the 60th pitch by Josiah Lingstad. As the 3-1 pitch on its way here from the left-hander. Runner going at first. Alexander, pitch taken for a strike. Alexander's going to steal the base. It'll be a full count on Ulysses Hernandez. Nate Alexander moving up 90 feet, putting himself in scoring position here with 2 outs in the 3rd inning. 3 balls, 2 strikes to count on Ulysses Hernandez. As Alexander's off the bag at second, held on by the second baseman, Brendan Diaz. 3-2 pitch on its way. Curveball misses outside, ball 4. Mustangs in business here with 2 outs in the 3rd inning, have runners at second base and now at first base after the walk. That'll bring up the 9th hitter in the lineup, Justin Flug. Flug striking out in his first at-bat. Flug this season's been very aggressive early in the count. He's got a lot of base hits swinging at the first pitch. Anticipate here with 2 outs, runner in scoring position, that Justin will be aggressive. Ulysses Hernandez, the base runner at first base. The first baseman, Jacob Thiessen, plays behind him on his hip, as Alexander's held on and jockeyed with by both the shortstop and second baseman. Luke takes the first pitch, a fastball in the dirt, ball 1. Long look in by Lingstead here as Nelson runs through a series of signs. Now he comes set to check up both base runners. 1-0 pitch by the left-hander. Fastball taken for a strike by Justin. 1 ball, 1 strike. I believe Coach Langford had the take sign on there, which Fluke taking all the way. Now the count's 1 ball, 1 strike on Justin, Mustangs catcher. 2 outs in this third inning. Fort Morgan leads Sterling 3-2. The 1-1 pitch by the left-hander Lingstad. A fastball down and low inside, ball 2. As Fluke looks to find a pitch he can drive. The gaps are open. Mustangs with great speed on the base paths. And Alexander, who has the stolen base. Ulysses Hernandez, the Mustangs' second baseman, as the 2-1 pitch on its way. Fastball up in the zone, ball 3. Fluke now ahead, 3 balls, 1 strike. Good pitch to be a hitter. As he looks to settle in, find that pitch he's looking for. 1 spot, 1 speed. As Lingstad, the left-handed pitcher, comes set. Now delivers 3-1 pitch. Fastball in the dirt, ball 4. Mustangs have the bases loaded. As the pitching head coach, actually, and catcher want to talk it over with his pitcher. We'll take a quick break. Mustangs lead Sterling 3-2. B106, B106.com. Josh Miller back, Sterling High School, after a lengthy conversation from the coach of Sterling. David Mendez steps in, takes ball 1. Mustangs have the bases loaded in this third inning with 2 outs. The 1-0 pitch by Lingstead, taken by Mendez, high and outside. Pitch is called a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Count now on David Mendez. Mendez already his 3rd at-bat in as many innings. Struck out in the 1st, walked in the 2nd. 1-1 pitch on its way. Mendez takes the breaking ball down and inside. Blocked well by Nelson. As that baseball gets away from Nelson, runners are going to score. As the count's now 2 balls, 1 strike on David Mendez, the Mustangs left fielder. Nate Alexander down the line at 3rd. Ulysses Hernandez at 2nd. Justin Flug at 1st. 2-1 pitch. Fastball misses inside, ball 3. Nowhere to put Mendez. And the 3-1 count. David should be ready to go for broke here. 3-1 count, 1 spot, 1 speed. Takes should all be in the basket as pitch on its way here from Lingstead. Mendez swinging, hits it sharply left side. Diving third baseman knocks it down, but nothing he's able to do with it. An infield single. As the Mustangs had another. Mendez rolling over a little bit on that baseball, but just enough to force the third baseman to dive for it. He wasn't able to come up with it cleanly. Everybody for the Mustangs moves up 90 feet. Bases remain loaded with 2 outs in this third inning, and Fort Morgan leads Sterling 4-2. Matt Goto steps in. Goto 2 for 2 this afternoon. A single to left field and a single straight up the box to center. Lingstead steps off to regroup as Matt Goto steps in. Goto looking to help himself. Matt all season long has been very effective on the mound, but he has made things interesting in a lot of the baseball games he's pitched in as he takes the fastball for a strike. Games have always been close. He finds a way to win. He's 3-0. He likes to make it interesting and puts runners on base and likes to fight out of jam as he looks to try to open this thing up here in the third with the bases loaded and 1 already across. The 0-1 pitch taken for a ball. The count evens up 1 ball, 1 strike. Aaron Anderson intentionally walked in his last at-bats on deck. As the 1-1 pitch, as Lingstead comes set, a long check of the runners. There's a lot of them. 1-1 pitch on its way to Goto. Goto hits him. Everybody's going to move up 90 feet. That ball got Goto on the left arm. Everybody moves up 90 feet. Mustangs add another to their tally. Now leads Sterling 5-2. The Sterling coach out to the mound. He's going to make a pitching change. We'll take a break with him. Mustangs now have 5 runs and lead Sterling 5-2. Mustangs baseball, B106, B106.com. Josh Miller back at Sterling High School, where Fort Morgan has scored in every frame here this afternoon. 2 in the first, 1 in the second, 2 already across in the third. Lead the Sterling Tigers 5-2. There is 2 outs in this third inning. We have a pitching change for the Tigers. Lucas Lindgreen comes in to pitch for the Tigers. Larry Ponchetta comes out of right field and now is playing third. Tyler Lucero goes out to right field for the Tigers. As the new pitcher, Lucas Lindgreen, finishes up his warm-up pitches. Aaron Anderson will step into the box, and Anderson was intentionally walked in his last at-bat. In his first at-bat, he hit a ball about as hard as you can hit it off the right field fence. Anderson in the last 2 weeks has been about as hot as any Mustang has been. Did struggle a little bit in the Skyline baseball game, but responded with a huge grand slam home run to wrap things up for the Mustangs on the road this time last week as he steps in with the bases full. Nowhere to put Aaron this time around. They're going to have to pitch to him. Anderson's as hot as he can be. As the Mustangs look to add a couple more and blow this thing open. Catcher doesn't like what he sees, calls timeout, runs out to his pitcher to get on the same page. But the runner out at second base. Likely having a quick conversation as to what sign sequence they'll be using to disguise that with the runner out at second base. And the easy view into the catcher is things reset. Anderson now back in the box. Long look in here to Nelson as Lindgreen finally comes set. Pitch on its way. First pitch swinging Anderson, fouls it off. No balls, one strike here to Anderson. Lindgreen, the opposite, the right-handed pitcher here. Mustangs his first 2 2/3 inning facing the left-handed pitcher, Lingstaff. Now see the right-handed Lindgreen as the 0-1 pitch on its way to Aaron. Change up, misses just outside, ball one. The count evens up, 1 ball, 1 strike. Catcher got crossed up there, wants to talk to his pitcher. Northern Colorado Title for all your title needs. Visit Tim Weimer, Northern Colorado Title, 130 West Kiowa in Fort Morgan. Anderson back in the box. Runners off the bases. Flug at third. Mendez second. Goto at first. The 1-1 pitch on its way to Aaron. Again, a changeup outside part of the play. Taken for a strike. That was the same pitch last time around. Called for a ball. Umpire flip-flopping on what will be his zone here this afternoon as Aaron Anderson's now behind. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 outs. Third inning. As the 1-2 pitch misses just outside, ball 2. Count evens up, 2 balls, 2 strikes on Aaron Anderson, the Mustangs' third baseman. Mustangs with the bases loaded. 2 already across in this third inning, and Fort Morgan leads Sterling 5-2. 2-2 pitch. Anderson swung on and missed, strike 3. Good breaking ball by Lindgren gets him. That'll do it for the Mustangs in the third inning, but not before they score 2 more. Fort Morgan 5, Sterling 2. You're listening to Mustangs Baseball, B106, B106.com. Josh Miller back, Sterling High School, where Fort Morgan on the road this afternoon, taking on the Tigers. Fort Morgan leads Sterling 5-2. As Matt Goto gets set to begin his third inning of work. Goto in his first 2 innings, throwing 42 pitches. Giving up only 1 hit. Sterling scored 2 runs on 1 hit. Sterling has made 2 errors and left a base runner on. Mustangs scoring 5 runs on 5 hits, having not made an error, and they've left 7 runners on base. They left the bases loaded last inning. Doesn't help that runners left on statistic. Aaron Anderson came up empty there. As Matt Goto winds up, delivers the pitch. Fastball to the leadoff hitter, Larry Ponchetta. Called for a strike. Ponchetta walked in his first at-bat. As Goto working quickly, winds up, the 0-1 pitch, misses inside, ball 1. Count evens up, 1 ball, 1 strike. Reed Wolfley on deck for the Tigers. And due up third, Lucas Lindgreen. Had a little bit of some light showers here in the first inning. Clouds parted, sun Found its way through. It's now disappeared again in this third inning. Dark skies behind us. We can at least make it to the fifth inning and get this game in the books as an official game. As 2-1 pitch misses in the dirt. Now 3-1 to the leadoff hitter, Larry Ponchetta. He's already walked. As Godo's behind, would like to even things up. Right-hander winds up, delivers. Fastball misses, ball 4. Godo's always likes to find a way to make things interesting as leadoff hitter's on. Frisbee will hold the base runner on at first base as Reed Wolfley steps in. Wolfley struck out in his first at-bat as Godo comes set. Delivers, fastball right at the knees, strike 1. Good fastball by Matt. Mustangs with runners on base all season long have found a way to control opponents' running games. And just as fast as I say that, Godo throws over. Back quickly is the base runner. As the 0-1 pitch on its way, fouled off out of play. Way ahead is Godo. No balls, 2 strikes. Godo got beat in the first inning on an 0-2 pitch. Curveball that hung on him a little bit. It was hammered out to left center field. Made the good adjustment the next time he had the 0-2 count. Collected the strikeout up at the letters. You'd like to see the same thing here. But before he does so, the throw over. Barely back is Ponchetta at first. Mustangs traveling well this afternoon here in the stands. Didn't necessarily agree, but runners back as the 1-2 pitch backs off the hitter Wolfley. This is for a ball, but a good 0-2 pitch. Backing that hitter Wolfley off the plate will open up the breaking ball in the outer half. Runner going. Breaking ball is taken. Strike 3. Luke doesn't have the chance to make the throw. It'll be the first out this inning on the strikeout looking. Runner Ponchetta advances to second base with the steal. Great jump there. Fluke couldn't even make the throw. He just held on to it. Wise decision there. We've now got the runner at second base, bottom of the third inning, 1 out. Lucas Lindgreen steps in. Now the Sterling's pitcher after the pitching change, looking to help himself out and get his team back in this baseball game as the Tigers trail the Mustangs 5-2. First pitch swinging is Lindgreen. He hammers it left center field. Nobody's going to be able to get to it. It's going to be a 2-run home run. And fortunately, I think it may have jinxed us there as Lindgreen got all of that fastball first pitch swinging. 2-run home run for Lindgreen makes this a 5-4 ball game. On the well-hit baseball over the left center field fence. Carver and Mendez giving a chase, but that ball, no doubt about it. 2-run home run as Sterling answers here and makes this a 5-4 baseball game in the bottom of the third inning with 1 out. Bishu T-Quest, stop by 302 Main Street in Fort Morgan. Leather jackets, T-shirts, banners, and more. They're also your local experts customizing your team's sports apparel. Cleanup hitter Wyatt Nelson steps in. Nelson grounded out in his first at-bat. He first pitch swinging, fouls it off out of play. As Godo gets the sign from Justin Fluke, winds up, delivers the breaking ball, which is fisted down the right field line. Alexander on the run, makes the catch. Good job by Alexander. That breaking ball tailing away from the right fielder, Alexander, as he caught it right on the line. Long run for Nate. Good job by the Mustangs outfielder, as that'll be the second out this inning. That'll bring up Luke Engelhop. Engelhop's 1 for 1. Had a double back in his first at-bat. As Godo winds up, delivers, fastball, swung on and missed, strike 1. Godo gets the sign here from Flug, winds up, delivers, again a fastball hit weakly right side, fielded cleanly by Ulysses Hernandez on the first in time. That'll do it for Sterling in the third, but not before the 2-run home run by Lucas Lindgreen. makes this more of a baseball game as we head to the top of the fourth inning. Fort Morgan 5, Sterling 4. You're listening to Mustang Baseball, B106, B106.com. Josh Miller back at Sterling High School, where Fort Morgan's leading with 3 in the books, 5-4. Due up this inning for the Mustangs. Cole Frisbee, the cleanup hitter, starts things off. Michael Fitzsimmons will be on deck, and Nick Garver due up third. Mustangs scoring in every frame thus far. 2 in the first, 1 in the second, 2 in the third. Could have been a lot more as Anderson struck out to end things in the third. The Mustangs leaving the bases loaded. Frisbee grounded out in his last at-bat, 0 for 2 this afternoon. He's also struck out as Frisbee steps in. Now with the right-hander on the mound for the left-handed hitting Frisbee. Much better situation to hit from as he didn't handle the lefty-lefty matchup too well here, going 0 for 2. As Lindgren winds up, delivers his first pitch to Frisbee. Frisbee swinging, big cut, fouls it straight back, right on that fastball. Counts now 0-1. Frisbee back quickly in the box. Lindgren working quickly, likely adrenaline flowing after his 2-run home run as Frisbee takes another big cut. This time comes up empty. No balls, 2 strikes on Cole Frisbee. Frisbee just a little bit behind that fastball. Got to work to get the baseball out in front. As the 0-2 pitch. This is high at the letters, ball 1. Lindgren just starting his second inning work, came in relief in the third. He sets, delivers, Frisbee hammers it through the 3-4 hole out into right field. It'll be a base hit for Cole Frisbee. Good piece of hitting with 2 strikes as Frisbee's on base. Mustangs in business, top of the 4th inning. As they lead Sterling 5-4, Michael Fitzsimmons, Mustang shortstop, steps in. Coach Josh Langford down the line at third, running through a series of signs. Like to see Fitzsimmons move the runner over in some capacity. Frisbee not the runner you're going to see in motion. As Fitzsimmons 1 for 2 this afternoon, single and a ground out, does not square to bunt, takes the first pitch on the inside part of the plate for a strike. 0-1 the count. Michael Fitzsimmons, the batter. Nick Garver on deck. Nate Alexander due up third if we get there, in the hole. Cole Frisbee off the bag at first. Fitzsimmons takes the breaking ball for a strike. No balls, 2 strikes on Fitzsimmons. He's quickly behind. Frisbee off the bag at first, held on by Jacob Thiessen. Lindgren sets, delivers, 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball inside part of the plate. Strike 3 looking. 3 straight pitches, 3 straight strikes as Fitzsimmons goes down looking. Be the first out this inning. Frisbee down the line at first. Garver steps in. Garver making that great play defensively. You see a lot. Great play. Step up your next time at bat. Carry the momentum to the offensive side of things as Garver takes the first pitch for a strike. Coach Langford finishes his series of signs. Garver back in the box. Lindgren sets, delivers the 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball, taken up at the letters. Guess everything this afternoon is going to be a strike. The 0-2 pitch at the letters. Garver still shaking his head, as am I. He's got 0-2 count. He's going to have to work out of it. The 0-2 pitch on its way, fouled off into the Sterling dugout down the first base line. Home team in the first base dugout. Mustangs in the third base dugout. Garver fouling that pitch off, stays alive. No balls, 2 strikes to count. Frisbee, not much of a speed threat down the line at first. Held on by Thiessen. Lindgren comes set. Quick check of Frisbee as Garver fouls again. The 0-2 pitch off and stays alive. Insurance Connection, Whether it's health, life, or dental insurance or Medicare supplements, see Sharon Kaufman at Insurance Connection today. Garver back in. No balls, 2 strikes to count on Garver. Frisbee off the bag at first. A long look over by Lindgreen. Now delivers the 0-2 pitch. Garver again reaches for it, fouls it off, stays alive. He's going to make work for Lindgreen. Garver fighting to stay alive here. No balls, 2 strikes to count. Just fouled the last 3 pitches off to stay alive. As we sit top of the 4th inning, 1 out. 0-2 pitch again on its way. Fastball outside. Strike 3 looking. Taken by Garver on the outside part of the plate. Both outs this inning coming in the form of strikeouts looking. As Nate Alexander steps in. Nate is 0 for 2 this afternoon. Fly out and reached on an air. Lindgren winds up, delivers. Breaking ball in the dirt. Ball 1 to Alexander. Frisbee off the bag at first. Held on by the first baseman for the Sterling Tigers. Big, tall right-hander on the mound comes, sets, delivers. The 1-0 pitch. Hit right side in the air. First baseman giving a chase. Going to have room, but does not come up with the baseball. He had room. This is that ball in foul territory. Is new life here for Nate Alexander. Counts 1 ball, 1 strike on Nate Alexander. Runner Frisbee back to first. As Lucas Lindgren resets on the mound, the 1-1 pitch. Big high leg kick by Lindgren. Curveball taken for a strike by Alexander. And Nate's now behind 1 ball, 2 strikes. As Nate Alexander's quickly back in. 1-2 pitch. Fastball, swung on and missed, strike 3. Frisbee reaches on the single, but the Mustangs strike out 3 times. Nothing doing here in the 4th inning. As we head to the bottom half of the 4th, Fort Morgan 5, Sterling 4. You're listening to Mustangs Baseball, B106, B106.com. Josh Miller back here at Sterling High School as we get set for the bottom of the 4th inning. Fort Morgan has 5 on the scoreboard, Sterling 4. First time this afternoon, Mustangs go down without scoring a run. Matt Godo back out for his 4th inning of work. 56 pitches for Godo. And the first pitch to Jacob Thiessen, the Tigers' first baseman, a breaking ball taken for a strike. 57 pitches in the book, 36 for strikes for Godo. As the right-hander winds up, delivers. Ball's popped up out of play. Godo's quickly behind, no balls, 2 strikes. Thiessen in his first at-bat flew out to right field. As Matt Godo winds up, sets, delivers the 0-2 pitch. Fastball outside part of the plate, strike 3 looking. 3 quick pitches, all 3 strike. 1 out in the books in this 4th inning. For Sterling as Braden Gwenzie steps in. Gwenzie struck out in his first at-bat. Braden, the 7th hitter in the lineup for Sterling. Godo quickly delivers the breaking ball. It's popped up to center field. Garver's got a beat on it. Makes the catch. With the second out. 2 quick outs for the Mustangs. Follow us all season long on B106.com. Click on the appropriate Mustang link wherever it is you have internet as we enter things electronically on the ESPN iScore application. Godo winds up, delivers the fastball just a bit low to Brendan Diaz. 1 ball, no strikes to count on Brendan. Brendan flew out in his first at-bat. As Godo winds up, delivers the 1-0 pitch. Misses again, ball 2. Equitable Savings and Loan, Northeast Colorado's hometown savings and loan in Fort Morgan and Brush. 2-0 pitch, a breaking ball by Godo, misses ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes, the count. 2 quick outs. Got to fight to get the third hitter out without creating too much trouble as the 3-0 pitch is called a strike on the outside part of the plate. Good fastball by Godo. Like to see another pitch right there. Force Brendan Diaz to get himself out as Godo winds up. 3-1 pitch on its way. Fastball, swing and miss. Count's now full. Bottom of the 4th inning, 2 outs. 3-2 the count on the 8th hitter in the lineup, Brendan Diaz. Godo, the right-hander, winds up, delivers. 3-2 pitch, fouled off over the first base dugout as Diaz fights to stay alive. The outfield for the Mustangs, David Mendez in left, Nick Garber in center, Nate Alexander in right, playing straight away here with 2 outs. 3-2 pitch. Breaking ball, strike 3 looking. Mustangs answer Sterling with the goose egg on the board. Fort Morgan 5, Sterling 4. We head to the top of the 5th inning. Mustangs baseball, B106, B106.com. Josh Miller back at Sterling High School where Ulysses Hernandez grounds out to the shortstop. First out this inning for the Mustangs as Justin Flug steps in. Breaking ball to Justin, misses ball 1. Justin Flug 0 for 1 this afternoon, strike out and has reached on a walk. As Lynn Green delivers the fastball for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Top of the 5th inning. Fort Morgan leads Sterling 5-4. 1-1 pitch, breaking ball in the dirt, swung on and missed by Flug. Flug's gotten fooled a couple times this afternoon with that breaking pitch as he comes up empty. Counts now 1-2 as Lynn Green, tall right-hander, winds up, delivers the 1-2 pitch. Again, the breaking ball in the dirt. This time Flug takes the pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes. David Mendez, leadoff hitter for the Mustangs, is on deck. 2-2 pitch. Fastball belted left field, but foul. Good swing by Justin. Couple additional raindrops here in the area as clouds surround us here. 5 have to be complete and in the books for a game to be official as the 2-2 pitch hits Justin Flug. It'll be a base runner for the Mustangs. They'll bring up David Mendez. James Martins, courtesy runner for the Mustangs, catcher Flug. As Martins heads out, we've seen Martins all year, not in the lineup today. As Martins heads down and out to first base after the hit by pitch. Mustangs in business with the runner on, 1 out in this 5th inning. David Mendez steps in. Mendez 1 for 2 this afternoon, striking out as a single. He's also walked as he takes the first pitch. Down and outside, ball 1. Lynn Green came in relief, placing Lingstad back in the 3rd inning. He's been very much in control, helping his own cause with a 2-run home run to make this a ball game. As the 1-0 pitch on its way to Mendez, breaking ball inside part of the plate, taken for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike now, the count on David Mendez. Right-hander Lynn Green comes set. Delivers. Belted by Mendez. Deep left center field. Wind's going to help this baseball. Home run. As Mendez helped out his ball club. He got all that baseball. As Mendez rounds the bases for the 2-run home run, and the Mustangs extend the lead 7-4. Big cut by Mendez. Leadoff hitter, that's not his first of the year, so he's proven all year he can hit the ball with power as the Mustangs now lead 7-4 over the Sterling Tigers, and Matt Godo steps in. So only one out in this fifth inning. Sterling on Tuesday as well as today has had trouble putting the Mustangs away. Mustangs scoring in all but one inning on Tuesday. And where we stand right now, have scored in every inning with the exception of one as Godo steps in. First pitch swinging, hits it right center field. He's going to get to it. That ball's on its way to the wall. Godo on his way to second base, and he's going to be in there easily with a stand-up double. Good hitting is contagious, and the Mustangs have the fever this afternoon as Godo will be replaced by his courtesy runner, Sergio Becerra. Mustangs in business in the top half of the fifth inning. Mendez with a two-run home run, and Godo follows things up with a stand-up double. As Aaron Anderson steps in. Aaron Anderson, the three-hole hitter for the Mustangs. Been very hot as of late. Struck out in his last at-bat, and they're going to intentionally walk him again. Going to bring Frisbee up to the plate. As Anderson's been intentionally walked here twice this afternoon. Sterling must have the scouting report on Anderson and what he's done the last couple weeks, but he has been hot. Frisbee steps in 1 for 3 and takes the first pitch in the dirt, ball 1. Runners now at first and second. Aaron Anderson at first, Sergio Becerra, courtesy runner at first. Second. Runners at first and second for the Mustangs. One out, fifth inning. 1-0 pitch on its way to Cole Frisbee. Runners are going. Frisbee swinging, line drive. The one thing you don't want to see in the hit-and-run situation, but Frisbee lines out to the pitcher. They double the runner off at first, and that'll do it for the Mustangs in the fifth. Now before they add 2 runs. Fort Morgan 7, Sterling 4. Fort Morgan Baseball, B106, B106.com. Josh Miller back at Sterling High School. Fort Morgan adds 2 more in the top half of the fifth and now leads 7-4. Both runners in motion there on the hit and run. Frisbee at the line drive, barely caught by the pitcher. If that ball was not caught, that's 2 more runs for the Mustangs as Frisbee hammered that baseball, but the pitcher just came away with it. And with the runners in motion on the hit and run, an easy flip over to first ended the Mustangs' rally in the fifth. We head to the bottom half as Godo begins his fifth inning of work. First pitch to the ninth hitter in the lineup, Ty Lucero's fouled off left side. And Godo works to jump quickly ahead. Matt with a quick inning last inning. Ninth hitter here in the lineup, Lucero's 0 for 1 with the strikeout. Lucero's first at-bat was a little bit interesting as everybody in the ballpark thought it was fair. He was dancing around the plate as if it was foul, and after the Mustangs team headed back to the dugout, call was then reversed and reset things before Godo proceeded to strike him out. The 0-1 pitch misses as Godo winds up. 1-1 pitch, breaking ball fouled off straight into the screen. Counts now 1 ball, 2 strikes on the ninth hitter in the lineup for the Sterling Tigers, Ty Lucero. Mustangs defensively have no changes. Frisbee at first, Anderson at third, Hernandez at second. As the 1-2 pitch swung on and missed, strike 3. Good fastball up in the zone. Got Lucero to chase as Godo picked up the out. Simmons at short for the Mustangs. Mendez out in left, Garver in center. Nate Alexander in right. Justin Flug continues behind the plate. As the leadoff hitter, Larry Ponchetta, steps in. 2 walks for Larry. Leadoff hitter for the Sterling Tigers. He takes ball 1. Follow us all year long, B106.com. Click on the appropriate Mustang baseball link. As the 1-0 pitch, taken for a strike at the knees, a breaking ball. 1 ball, 1 strike to count on the leadoff hitter. Godo winds up. 1-1 pitch on the way. Fastball swung on and missed. A good fastball by Godo. We've seen this from Matt all season long. It takes him an inning or two to settle in, but once he's settled down and in the routine, he does work and does it well. Is 1-2 pitch by Godo on its way. Fastball outside part of the plate, just misses. Ball 2. The count evens up, 2 balls, 2 strikes. GTO Charlie's for a great used car truck today. You don't see what you want on the lot, they'll find it for you. 700 West Platte Avenue in Fort Morgan. Godo's 2-2 pitch. Fastball just misses down in the zone on the inside part of the plate. Count's now full. So Larry Ponchetta, leadoff hitter for the Sterling Tigers, reached today both times on walks. As the full count pitch. Breaking ball. Strike 3 looking. Good curveball by Godo. Ponchetta knew it just a little too late as he goes down looking. It'll be the second out this inning. Godo's really settled in here. Only 77 pitches here through 4 2/3. 49 of those 77 pitches for strikes. Reed Wolfley steps in 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. The first pitch, a breaking ball up in the zone, misses. Ball 1. Ball got away from Godo as Fitzsimmons retrieves it. Platte Valley Hearing Center, 409 East Platte Avenue in Fort Morgan, getting your hearing to its very best. Godo's 1-0 pitch, fastball swung on and missed. Well behind was Wolfley as the count evens up, 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1 pitch by Godo. Fastball got away from him a little bit. Justin Flug does a good job there to grab the baseball. Counts now 2-1 on the second hitter in the lineup for the Tigers, Reed Wolfley. Mustangs 7, Tigers 4. As the 2-1 pitch swung on and missed, strike 2. 2-2 the count now on Wolfley. 2 outs in this bottom half of the 5th inning. Lucky 2s, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Pitch on its way. Fastball just gets away from Godo a little bit. Misses well outside. Ball 3, the count's now full. As Godo's worked quickly here all afternoon. Winds up, delivers, full count pitch. Fastball swung on and missed, strike 3. Good morning, good afternoon, good night here in the 5th inning for the Tigers as they go down 1-2-3 on strikeouts. Fort Morgan 7, Sterling 4. We'll head to the top of the 6th inning. Mustangs baseball, B106, B106.com. Josh Miller at Sterling High School, where the Fort Morgan baseball team on the road this afternoon leads the Sterling Tigers 7-4 as we head to the top of the 6th inning. Michael Fitzsimmons, the Mustang shortstop, will start things off. Nick Garber due up second, followed by Nate Alexander. Sun's back out, fighting its way through the clouds as we've been fighting a little bit of some rain showers here this afternoon. But the Mustangs have not been quiet, picking up where they left off on Tuesday, beating the Sterling Ball Club 11-1, scoring in all but 1 inning. Mustangs starting things off this afternoon with 2 runs in the first, adding another in the second, 2 more in the third. Going quietly, scoring nothing in the 4th, but adding 2 more in the 5th on a huge 2-run home run by David Mendez, and now leads 7-4 as we start the top half of the 6th inning. Mustangs 7-2 in Tri-Valley League play, sitting in 2nd place on a 5-game winning streak. Look to pick up another win here this afternoon as Fitzsimmons steps in and takes ball 1 in the dirt. Fitzsimmons this afternoon 1 for 3 with a single. He's grounded out and struck out in his last at-bat. As 1-0 pitch swung on, fouled off right side, reached for that pitch a little bit. Count evens up, 1 ball, 1 strike. Lindgren beginning his 3rd full inning of work as the breaking ball is hit weakly right side. It's going to be fielded by the second baseman. He's got to get rid of it quickly and does in time to the first baseman, Thiessen. Fitzsimmons quick to get down the line. The second base did a good job to get the throw on to first in time. Be the first out this inning for the Mustangs. As Nick Garber, the Mustang center fielder, steps in. Garber this afternoon 0 for 2. 2 strikeouts. He has reached on a walk. As the Mustang center fielder receives the first pitch, bunts it down the third baseline. It just goes foul. Good attempt there by Nick Garver, trying to bunt for the base hit. That ball just squeaks foul. Garver showing that all year. Catch the third baseman sleeping, try to get the bunt for a base hit. No balls, one strike to count to the Mustang center fielder. As Lindgren's back on the mound with a new baseball. All right-hander winds up. Delivers the 0-1 pitch to Garver. Curveball in the dirt. Taken well by Garver as the count evens up 1 ball, 1 strike. Wyatt Nelson doing a good job there behind the plate. Keep that baseball in front. No runners on, but you always like to see your catcher working. 1-1 the count to Garver. Pitch on the way. Fastball outside on the black part of the plate. Called for a strike. Counts now 1 ball, 2 strikes on Nick Garver. Top of the 6th inning, 1 out. Fort Morgan 7, Sterling 4. As Lindgren steps off and resets, doesn't like the sign he got. Now ready to deliver as the tall right-hander winds up. Delivers the 1-2 pitch. Curveball hit out to center field. Long one for the center fielder, not going to get there. As ball's in front. It's going to be a single for Garver. Good piece of hitting with 2 strikes for Nick. Poke that ball out to center field, gets the base hit. Mustangs in business here in the 6th with 1 out. As Garver's on base. Garver with good speed as well. Wouldn't be surprised if we see him in motion here as Nate Alexander steps in. Ackley Building Center, your one-stop center for projects around your home, office, or yard. Ackley Building Center, located at 1402 Mill Street in Brush. Garver off the bag at first. Pitch gets away from the catcher. Garver's going to move up 90 feet easily. As that fastball got away from the pitcher Lindgren, it'll be ball 1 to Nate Alexander. Nick Garver moves up 90 feet to second base on that wild pitch. Mustangs now have the runner in scoring position. Lead 7-4 in the top half of the 6th inning with 1 out. Garver being held on by Guenza and Diaz out at second base as Alexander takes the 1-0 pitch, ball 2. Alexander 0 for 3. Reached on an error, struck out, and also flown out. The 2-0 pitch here on its way to Alexander. A check of Garver out at second, and instead a spin move by the pitcher Lindgren to keep Garver close. No throw. Just want to make Garver aware. As Alexander's now back in the box. Lindgren comes set. Again, a check of the runner Garver out at second. 2-0 pitch on its way. Curveball taken for a strike. Good job by Alexander there to take that pitch. That's not the pitch he wants to drive the baseball. Coach Langford talking to the Mustang hitter, wanted to see a line drive in that right center field gap. Worst case scenario, ground ball right side to move your runner up 90 feet. Fastball in the dirt. Ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. Now the count on Nate Alexander. 7th hitter in the lineup for the Mustangs. Ulysses Hernandez, the Mustangs' second baseman, on deck. If we get there, Justin Flug in the hole. 3-1 pitch to Alexander. Curveball swung on and missed. Strike 2. The count's now full. Haven't seen much of it from Nate all year, but in the last 2 or 3 games, he's got a habit of stepping out as he swings. That breaking ball is just going to be tough to reach on the outer half when he does that. Is back-to-back breaking balls. Alexander swings at both of them and goes down with the strikeout. It'll be the 2nd out this inning. As Ulysses Hernandez steps in. Ulysses, the Mustang's second baseman, 0 for 2 this afternoon. He has reached on a walk, grounded out in his last at-bat. Garver off the bag at second, being jockeyed with by the shortstop, Braden Gwenzi. Again, a little bit of a spin move here by the pitcher to keep Garver close, but no throw. As Ulysses Hernandez waits for his first pitch. Right-hander delivers. Curveball hit left side sharply. Fielded cleanly by the third baseman. Throw on time to the first baseman, who has to make the tag on Hernandez as he runs by. That'll do it for the Mustangs. Fort Morgan 7, Sterling 4. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Mustangs baseball, B106, B106.com. So we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Matt Godo out for his 6th inning of work. Fort Morgan leads Sterling 7-4. Mustangs scoring 7 runs on 9 hits. They've left 10 runners on base. Sterling scoring 4 runs on 2 hits, making 2 errors, leaving a runner on base. As Matt Godo heads out for his 6th inning of work. Godo in 6 innings is throwing 83 pitches, allowing 4 runs, striking out 9. He's really settled in here in these last couple innings. As we head to the bottom of the 6th, Mustangs can survive this inning. Things look good in the 7th as Sterling sends the heart of their lineup to the plate, 3-4-5. As the 3-hitter Lucas Lindgreen steps in, the current Sterling pitcher. He had a 2-run home run in his last at-bat, a big home run. Made this a 5-4 ball game, but David Mendez answered with a 2-run home run of his own. As the count evens up, 1 ball, 1 strike. Green fouled that pitch straight back off the screen. The 1-hitter here. Nobody on. Can't really hurt you too much. The 3-run lead. You'd like to see the Mustangs defensively and the Mustangs pitcher and Godo survive this test here as they face the heart of the Sterling lineup. The 1-1 pitch, a fastball, just misses outside. Ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike to count. Lucas Lindgreen, the 3-hitter, the lineup for the Tigers, as he takes the 2-1 pitch outside, ball 3. 3-1 the count. No changes for the Mustangs defensively. Mendez, Garver, Alexander out in the outfield. Anderson, Fitzsimmons, Hernandez, Frisbee on the dirt. As the 3-1 pitch, a breaking ball. Goes behind Lindgren and hits him in the leg. It'll be a hit-by pitch. Wyatt Nelson, catcher, cleanup hitter for the Tigers, steps in. Wyatt 0 for 2. Flew out in his last at-bat, grounded out in his first. You'd like to see Godo work down in the zone here to Wyatt, a power hitter. Try to get him to roll over on something and get a ground ball to the left side of your infield and roll up a double play. Maybe too much to ask, but Godo gets the sign here from Justin Flug. Check of the runner over at first, and Nelson calls timeout. Too much time being taken here by Matt Godo. Sterling hitter wants to reset things. Frisbee holding on the runner at first base in Lindgreen. Godo a check. First pitch, fastball outside part of the plate, taken for a strike. No balls, 1 strike. Catcher Wyatt Nelson, cleanup hitter for Sterling. Throw over by Matt Godo, keeping the runner close. Nothing doing as Lindgren's back easily. Godo winds up, delivers the 0-1 pitch, curveball. Got Wyatt Nelson fishing. He barely made contact with that pitch and fouls it off. It counts quickly, no balls, 2 strikes. Buildings by design. Most important thing to buying a new building or starting a new design-build project is picking the right company to build it. Call Pat Walter, Travis Lefevre, or Jared Samples for your free bid, 970-842-5837, buildingsbydesign.com. Godo's 0-2 pitch instead of throw over. Frisbee with the tag, not in time. Godo's had quite a few 0-2 counts here as of late. He got beat back in the first inning on an 0-2 pitch. Got Sterling their first 2 runs. As this 0-2 fastball's taken, strike 3. Fluga throw down to first, not in time. That strikeout will be Matt Godo's 10th. First out in the bottom half of this 6th inning. We'll bring up the 5th hitter in the lineup. Luke Engelhop. 1 for 2 is Engelhop with a double and a ground out. Throw over, runner leaning. He's going to be tagged out. Runner at first base is leaning. Godo with the throw over. Picks off Lucas Lindgren at first base. And we've seen the Mustangs do it all season long. Nothing new for those of you who have listened. This Mustangs baseball team has done it all season long, picking runners off at first and second. Good move by Godo, tagged by Frisbee, and 2 quick outs in this 6th inning, and the fastball taken for a strike. Luke Engelhoff goes down the line at third for Sterling, wants to talk to his hitter. Aaron Anderson trots over to the mound to talk to his pitcher. Morgan Federal Bank, your one-stop shop for all your banking and investment needs, from checking to savings to IRAs. 321 Ensign Street, Morgan Federal Bank. There's a difference. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Engelhoff back in the box. Godo's 0-1 pitch, fouled straight back. As Engelhoff's quickly behind. No balls, 2 strikes. Godo doing a good job to get ahead. Justin Flug doing the good thing, going out and talking to his catcher, his pitcher, as that foul ball went straight off the umpire. Always a good move for the catcher to go out and talk to your pitcher in that situation, give the umpire the chance to regroup. No balls, 2 strikes to count to the 5th hitter in the lineup, Luke Engelhoff. As this game's gone on, Godo's gotten better. Struggled a little bit in the first. He's been lights out in this 4th, 5th, and first 2 outs in this 6th inning. As the 0-2 pitch, a fastball, just misses. Ball 1. Everybody in the ballpark thought it was strike 3. Godo halfway back to the dugout, has to regroup, get the baseball back. As the count's now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Luke Engelhoff. Godo ready to go on the 1-2 count. As he winds up, delivers again, hit out to right center field. On the run is Alexander. He's not going to get there. It's going to fall between Alexander and Garver. Alexander's throw on its way. Engelhoff is quick, and he's on his way to third, and he'll be in there and beat the throw. Throw on the way to Anderson. Anderson makes the tag, but it's just a little late as Engelhoff has the triple. What looks to be a strikeout quickly turns into a stand-up triple. As Engelhoff's got air under that baseball, hit it into the right center gap. Garver shading a little bit to the pole side, had a long run. Both Alexander and Garver not able to come up with it as Sterling has the runner at third with 2 outs in this 6th inning. First pitch, fastball called for a strike. To Thiessen, as Thiessen steps in 0 for 2 this afternoon, struck out in his last at-bat. No balls, 1 strike to count. Jacob Thiessen. 2 outs, bottom of the 6th inning. Hit hard left side, backhanded by Fitzsimmons. He's not going to be able to come up with it cleanly. Doesn't even make the throw. As the runner from third is going to score on the air by the Mustang shortstop. As Thiessen reaches first. Fitzsimmons making the error allows the run to score Engelhoff from third. Thiessen reaches first as Braden Gwenzi, 7th hitter in the lineup, steps in. Gwenzi 0 for 2. As the first pitch, a breaking ball misses outside, ball 1. For Morgan 7, Sterling 5, bottom of the 6th inning. 2 outs. Sterling has scored 1. As the 1-0 pitch, again a breaking ball misses, ball 2. 2-0 the count now on the 7th hitter in the lineup, Braden Gwenzi. Frisbee holding on the runner at first and Thiessen. As Godo 2-0 pitch misses 3-0. 2 quick outs in this inning, 1 coming on the strikeout, then the pickoff move. As the 3-0 pitch here from Godo on its way. Fastball, ball 4. Sterling in business here after the 2 quick outs by the Mustangs. They've got to run across after Engelhoff hit that triple. Engelhoff was 1 and 2 was the count on Engelhoff. Looked like strike 3, but very next pitch. Ball's driven to the right center field gap, stand-up triple. He scores on the air by Fitzsimmons. Mustangs giving the Tigers an extra opportunity here. Tigers taking advantage as they now have runners at first and second as Brendan Diaz, the 8th hitter, steps in. Diaz 0 for 2 this afternoon. The fly out and a strikeout. Long look down at the coach in the third base box by the batter Diaz. Godo now sets, check of the runners out at second and first. Fastball misses up in the zone, ball one. Godo's 102nd pitch now. As this pitch counts up in the zone, I can't see the bullpen from where I sit. But with most of the pitchers we've seen this season, and Fitzsimmons, Hernandez, Alexander, they're all on the field. The 1-0 pitch, swung on and missed, strike one. 1-1 the count. Wouldn't be surprised to see a pickoff move of some kind to try to have the Mustangs help themselves out of this jam with a pickoff play, as they've run some plays up the middle all season long. Nothing doing here as the 1-1 pitch, a breaking ball misses, ball two. 2 balls, 1 strike. Counts on Brendan Diaz, the 8th hitter in the lineup for Sterling. Brendan 0 for 2 this afternoon. Long look of the runner out at second by Godo. Fitzsimmons retreats to his position. The 2-1 pitch, a fastball outside part of the plate, strike two. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Lucky twos on the board for the Mustangs. 7-5 is our score in the bottom of the 6th inning. Mustangs have led throughout. Godo comes set, checks the runners. 2-2 pitch. Fastball swung on and missed, strike 3. It'll be the 11th strikeout this afternoon for Godo. He gets out of the jam. Mustangs head to the dugout with one more chance to add some runs to the board. Fort Morgan 7, Sterling 5. Take a quick break. Mustangs baseball, B106, B106.com. Josh Miller bringing you Fort Morgan baseball on a Thursday afternoon. Fort Morgan leads Sterling 7-5 as we head to the top of the 7th inning. Justin Flug, the 9th batter in the lineup for the Mustangs to start things off, takes the first pitch. Fastball at the knees for a strike. Flug 0 for 1 this afternoon. He's reached twice on a walk and a hit by pitch. On deck, the leadoff hitter, David Mendez, had a big 2-run home run in his last at-bat. Down the left field line, fair ball. Flug drills that baseball. He's on his way to second base. He's going to start things off with a lead-off double. As Mustangs catcher starting things off the right way for his ball club. As Luke hammered that ball down the left field line. Just stayed fair. As James Martins, courtesy runner, back out to second base, picking up his teammate Flug. Going to bring up Mendez. There's a base open. Be curious to see what happens here if they put the runner on. Sterling's proven they'll use the intentional walk to their advantage as they've walked Anderson twice. Coach Josh Langford in the third base box runs through a series of signs as now David Mendez steps in. Matt Godo on deck. Aaron Anderson will be in the hole if we get there. A spin move. Martin's caught off the bag, but nobody there for the throw as James back easily. James has to be careful to not get picked off in this situation. It's a huge run out at second base. The Mustangs need the insurance as the pitch on its way to Mendez. Fastball misses. Ball one. Central Auto Parts for all your auto supply needs. Stop by Central Auto Parts at West Platte Avenue in Fort Morgan today. 1-0 pitch by Lindgren on its way to Mendez. Taking in the dirt. Breaking ball. Came up short. Ball 2. 2-0 the count to Mendez. With that base open, Lindgren being careful here against the Mustang hitter that's 2 for 3 this afternoon. It's also reached on a walk. As the shortstop creeps in behind Martins, pitcher steps off, lets things reset. The 2-0 pitch on its way to Mendez. Wheel play working out at second. Shortstop jockeying with Martins. He leaves. The second baseman comes back door. The spin move by the pitcher. Martins back. 2-0 pitch. Mendez. Big cut by Mendez. Draws contact, but that ball goes out of play. balls, one strike now. The count on David Mendez. That was a good pitch to drive. He knew it. Took a good cut at it. Just a little bit behind that fastball by Lindgren. 2-1 the count on the Mustangs' leadoff hitter, David Mendez. The right-hander, Lindgren, delivers. Curveball taken for a strike at the knees. Counts now 2 balls, 2 strikes. Mendez got to look to drive a pitch up the middle right side here. Nobody out in this inning. You want to at least move the runner up 90 feet from second base. Is 2-2 pitch. Hit left side. Runner has to stay put. Throw across the diamond in the dirt. Picked up by Thiessen in time. Poor execution by Fort Morgan in this situation. You like to see the runner move up 90 feet. Not able to do so on the ground ball left side. As Mendez goes in the books 5-3. Bring up Matt Godo, Mustangs pitcher. Godo this afternoon at 3 for 3. 2 singles, a double, and his Reese also with a hit by pitch. Sterling unable to get him out this afternoon. 1 out in this 7th inning. Premier Farm Credit, committed to serving those in production ag. Premier Farm Credit, the gold standard in ag lending. Long break here in between hitters as Godo's now in the box ready to go. Long look of the runner. Martin's out at second base. Spin move working. No throw. Martin's back easily. Sterling very aware of that runner. James Martin's out at second base. Fort Morgan leads 7-5. It's a huge insurance run. Pitch to Godo in the dirt. Godo swinging. Comes up empty. I don't know if Godo was guessing fastball or what, but that changeup curveball in the dirt. Godo well out of front as he's quickly behind. No balls, 1 strike. Aaron Anderson, the Mustangs' third baseman, on deck. The 0-1 pitch. Curveball taken at the knees, strike 2. Godo's quickly behind. No balls, 2 strikes. Godo a contact hitter. He'll put the ball in play. Like to see something get through this infield, allow Martins to come around and score. The 0-2 pitch to Godo. Swung on in the dirt and missed. They're going to have to make the throw to get him out. Martin stays put at second. Bring up Aaron Anderson with 2 outs top of this 7th inning. Aaron Anderson 1 for 2 this afternoon. He's been intentionally walked twice. Started with his first at-bat a double. Intentionally walked in his second at-bat. Struck out in his third and intentionally walked again in his fourth. They're going to put him on for a 3rd time. They're not going to let him. Frisbee's got to step up here, and that's the 3rd time they've intentionally walked Aaron Anderson this afternoon. Frisbee's got to step up. 2 times before this has happened, Frisbee hasn't answered the call. Frisbee 1 for 4 this afternoon. Last at-bat, runners were in motion. Frisbee lined out to the pitcher. He got all the baseball. Just not the lucky break, as he needs the break here in the 7th inning with 2 outs. First pitch, fastball squeaks away from the catcher. Nobody going. Anderson gets caught off the bag. He thought Martins was going. Anderson not able to, as now the runner's working its way home. Runner does not score in time. Anderson's going to be tagged out as he's gotten in the rundown. As the Mustangs get caught on the base pad, we'll head to the bottom of the 7th inning. Fort Morgan 7, Sterling 5. Mustangs Baseball, B106, B106.com. Josh Miller, Fort Morgan Baseball at Sterling High School on the road this afternoon, where the Mustangs lead 7-5. We head to the bottom of the 7th inning. Sterling has to score 2 to stay alive. Pitching change for the Mustangs as Ulysses Hernandez comes into the mound to close things out. David Mendez moves from left field to second base, and the pitcher Matt Godo goes out to left field. Everything else stays the same as Ulysses Hernandez delivers his first pitch, a fastball on the outside part of the plate, strike 1. Saw Ulysses on Tuesday come into that game and finish things up. The Mustangs got the 11-1 lead. Lacey's had a little bit bigger cushion as the 0-1 pitch grounded left side. Fitzsimmons throw on to first in time. That'll be the first out. 6-3 in the books. Goes the first hitter here for the Tigers as we're now back to the top of the order. Larry Ponchetta steps in. 0 for 1 is Larry. Walked twice, struck out in his last at-bat. Ulysses Hernandez has the first quick out in this 7th inning. Ulysses has 3 or 4 different arm angles he uses to create problems. Straight over the top here as the fastball just misses, ball 1. Colorado Plains Medical Center, transforming lives each day. Colorado Plains Medical Center is where people choose to go for health care. The 1-0 pitch. Fastball again misses, ball 2. Mustangs playing straight away on the infield. Garver out in center, shading a little bit to the left side. As the 2-0 pitch on its way. Fastball misses, ball 3. 3-0 now the count to Larry Ponchetta. Already walked twice here this afternoon. Leadoff hitter here for the Tigers. As the 3-0 pitch misses, ball 4. Tigers in business with the base runner on. Going to bring up the second hitter in the lineup, Reed Wolfley. Wolfley 0 for 3 this afternoon, has struck out 3 times. Mustangs up the middle, ready to go. As you'd like to see Ulysses Hernandez throw the ground ball, get the double play. His runner is off at first. Check. Now pitch, fastball, call it strike 1. Good fastball right at the belt. Taking all the way was Wolfley. Mendez cheating a little bit up the middle as the 0-1 pitch swung on a miss, strike 2. Ulysses Hernandez fell on that pitch. His spike caught the mound and he fell, but still was able to get enough of it to get Wolfley to swing at that pitch. No balls, 2 strikes to count on the Tigers hitter as the fastball misses up in the zone, ball 1. Good 0-2 pitch by Ulysses Hernandez. Uli, as his teammates call him. Mustang's second baseman, and we've seen him recently in a little bit of this closer's role as the 1-2 pitch is fouled off right side. Frisbee giving a chase, going to run out of room as it hits the fence. As Wolfley stays alive. Northern Colorado Title. For all your title needs, visit Tim Weimer, Northern Colorado Title at 130 West Kiowa in Fort Morgan. 1-2 is the count. Bottom of the 7th inning, 1 out. Fort Morgan leads Sterling 7-5. BC comes set, checks the runner. 1-2 pitch, breaking ball, just misses a little bit low. Ball 2. 2-2 now the count on Reed Wolfley. Cole Frisbee, the Mustang first baseman, holding Larry Ponchetta on at first. At the 2-2 pitch, fastball up and away, ball 3. Count's now full. Goda going strong, 6 innings. As Ulysses tries to close things out. Full count pitch. Breaking ball. He forced it a little bit up there. Gets away from Justin Flug. Nothing happening as runner already has second base on the walk. It's not far enough away from the Mustangs catcher to advance to third as David Mendez at second and Cole Frisbee come over to talk to Ulysses. Runners now at first and second for the Tigers. Not the situation we want to see ourselves in here as Fort Morgan now in a bit of a jam with runners at first and second base. Lucas Lindgreen is going to be the hitter. Lindgreen hit by a pitch in his last at-bat. Had a 2-run home run back in the 3rd inning. As Coach Langford heads to talk to his pitcher, we'll take a quick break. Fort Morgan 7, Sterling 5, Mustangs Baseball, B106, B106.com. To set the table here at Sterling High School, Fort Morgan leads 7-5 with 1 out in the bottom of the 7th inning. Tigers with base runners at second and first base. Ponchetta out at first, Ponchetta at second, Wolfley at first, as Lucas Lindgreen steps in. 3-hole hitter in the lineup for the Tigers. Got a 2-run home run back in the third. Ulysses delivers first pitch, fastball inside, ball 1. A long conversation by Coach Langford with his entire infield and pitching. Pitcher, Ulysses Hernandez, and catcher, Justin Flug. Ground ball left side. You'd like to see the shortstop Fitzsimmons or Anderson try to get the lead out. As the 1-0 pitch taken for a strike. Things even up, 1 ball, 1 strike. It's hit hard enough up the middle and have the chance to turn the baseball, but they're moved Mendez over completely to the left side of the infield. As they've got a little bit of a shift on, Mendez now works over back towards his regular position at second, and Lindgren gets hit in the helmet. Going to load the bases. With the bases loaded, Wyatt Nelson, the cleanup hitter and catcher, is going to be due up, but Coach Langford's going to go back out and make the second trip this inning. As it looks like David Mendez is going to try to finish this up, as Ulysses has done his best, but Mustangs now in a little bit of a pickle with Tigers having bases loaded. We'll make the changes. We'll be back to bring them to you. 7-5 is our score. Fort Morgan Baseball, B106, B106.com. Josh Miller back at Sterling High School, where Fort Morgan's got 1 out in the bottom of the 7th inning. Pitching change as David Mendez now comes from second base to the pitching mound. Ulysses Hernandez moves from the mound back to second base. Sterling Tigers have the bases loaded with Larry Ponchetta at third, Reed Wolfley at second, and Lucas Lindgreen at first. Mendez, we saw as the starting pitcher on Tuesday, now with a record of 6-1. He completes his warm-up pitches. The line here for this afternoon, Fort Morgan scoring 7 runs, 10 hits, making an error. It's left 11 runners on base. Sterling 5 runs on 3 hits. They've made 2 errors, leaving 3 runners on base. Currently have the bases loaded. Mustangs have a run to spare, but you'd like to see him turn the double play up the middle. The ball hits to the corners. I anticipate will come home. Double play, pitcher's best friend. You'd like to see one here. The Mustangs have turned a couple this year. No better time than now in this tight ball game. Only a 2-run cushion. As Wyatt Nelson, catcher for Sterling, steps in. Wide 0 for 3 this afternoon. First pitch swinging, ground ball. Mendez tries to throw it before he has it. Gets it in time for the force out. That ball right to Mendez. He thought it was a tailor-made double play. Throws the baseball. Didn't field the baseball cleanly, trying to throw it before he had it. Able to recover to at least get the force out at the plate. That'll be the second out this inning on the fielder's choice. So there's now 2 outs. Runner Ponchetta forced out at the plate. Everybody else moves up 90 feet. Bases loaded still for the Tigers as Luke Engelhoff steps in. 2 for 3 is Engelhoff. First pitch fastball misses high and inside, ball 1. Engelhoff to double, grounded out, and in his last at bat, Godo had him behind 1 and 2. He ended up tripling in the right center gap. 2 outs, bottom of the 7th inning. Fort Morgan 7, Sterling 5. 1-0 pitch, swung on and missed. Strike 1. Big cut by Engelhoff, comes up empty. If the count evens up, 1 ball, 1 strike. Mendez on short rest. Didn't throw a whole lot of pitches on Tuesday. And the big win as he looks to close things out. 1-1 fastball, strike 2. Personally, I wouldn't change a thing. Throw another fastball right by Engelhoff. We'll see what Mendez decides to do. But Engelhoff nowhere close on those 2 fastballs by Mendez. As the count's now 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bottom of the 7th inning. Fort Morgan leads 7-5. Sterling has the bases loaded, tying runs 180 feet away out at second base. Mendez winds up, 1-2 pitch in the dirt. Locked well by Fluke, kept right in front. As the count now is 2 balls, 2 strikes. Lucky twos for the Mustangs on the scoreboard. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 7-5 is our score. It's been a good baseball game. As Mendez winds up, 2-2 pitch on its way. Fastball, swung on it, missed, strike 3. Mendez closes it out. That'll be a straight win for the Mustangs as they sweep Sterling. Tri-Valley League Series. Mendez is going to get the win on Tuesday. He'll pick up the save here on Thursday. As Fort Morgan wins it 7-5. Take a quick break. We'll be back with final numbers. You're listening to Mustangs Baseball, B106, B106.com. Miller back here at Sterling High School where the Mustangs victorious, 6th win in a row as Fort Morgan wins 7-5. Today's Mustang postgame show brought to you by High Plains Bank in Wiggins. No matter what your loan needs, stop by High Plains Bank, 502 Central Avenue, Wiggins today. Also inquire about checking and savings accounts as well as CDs at High Plains Bank in Wiggins. The Mustangs are amped. They came off that field with a bunch of energy, high-fiving each other and wrapping up this Tri-Valley League Series here against Sterling. David Mendez coming into the game to get the final 2 outs. Mendez throws hard, but adrenaline running through his veins. It's about as hard as I've seen him throw all year. He came in, got the quick ground out, force out at the plate, and then threw 3 fastballs by Engelhoff. Engelhoff had no chance catching up to those pitches as Mendez was on fire here to close things out for the Mustangs. The final line for Fort Morgan, 7 runs, 10 hits. They did make an error, left 11 runners on base. Sterling fell a little bit short. 5 runs, 3 hits, making 2 errors, leaving 6 runners on base. Sterling had their chances. Mustangs scoring 2 in the first, 1 in the second, 2 in the third, 2 more in the fifth on a big 2-run home run by David Mendez. That's going to be the difference as the Mustangs win 7-5. Mustangs going to have to carry this momentum. 4 games left in this 2012 season before the playoffs arrive. Mustangs now 8-2 in Tri-Valley League competition, 12-3 overall. They have a tough series next week against Erie. Tuesday's game will be at home. We'll have that for you on B106. Game time's 4 o'clock. Thursday, the Mustangs head on the road to Erie. And then Saturday take on a Roosevelt Rough Riders ball club on the road before finishing things up on Tuesday at home. 4 to go for the Mustangs. Momentum's on Fort Morgan's side. 6-game winning streak as the Mustangs pick up another win here this afternoon. I'd like to thank our sound engineer, producer back in the studio of Mustang Baseball, Braden Schneider. I'm Josh Miller. Final score, Mustangs 7, Sterling 5. 6 in a row for the Mustangs. We'll be back with you Tuesday afternoon as the Mustangs take on Erie. Good afternoon and a good night, everybody. You've been listening to Mustang Baseball on B106, B106.com.